and he's saying that if a woman really wants you, she'll come up to you. Jesus Christ, I come to you now.
Dating has become so bad nowadays. People don't even come up to one another at bars. And I've realized this because I have my older family members, they'll ask me, they're like, Julia, like, why can't you find someone nice? Dating in my day and age was just we came up to one another and we got married in 2 to 3 weeks. I don't understand what's so difficult about it. You know what I have to say to them? We have literally lost the plot on interacting with people so badly that now we have self-driving cars.
It's not really the issue of interacting. You actually have way more options to interact with different people more than ever, right? But the lack of real connection once you interact is really the problem. And relevant to dating, men are being more selective in the women they approach.
Like, you get into a taxi nowadays, we used to call them taxis. You get into a taxi and you don't even have a driver because we don't even have the ability to connect with a driver. Like, we can't even say hello to a stranger anymore, let alone have a nice dinner with someone, let alone come up to someone at a bar. So if you know someone who is single, who is struggling in the single journey, honestly, maybe have a conversation with them, because we're not having conversations with anyone. No one's connecting with people in real life. This is a epidemic. It's crazy. And that is why it's taking so many people so long to find their people.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
I do not accept a coffee or a walk as a possible date option, and neither should you. First of all, I'm not a dog that needs to be walked. We are doing dinner. You're gonna pick me up. We're gonna come to the restaurant. We're gonna see your table manners. We're just gonna, study you a bit.
Yeah, stick to those useless standards, baby girl. You'll be all right.
I started the egg freezing process. I did some preliminary tests, which showed that my egg count is really low. The doctors did tell me that might affect my fertility.
The amount of raggedy men who probably wouldn't have had a chance with her in the first place celebrating her tears is nauseating to me. Like, these same men are talking about, well, she probably had plenty of men that she could have had a child with, but she would have probably had to settle in order to do that. Look at what she's asking for. She's not asking for much. She's asking for dinner on a date. If you can't afford dinner, you probably can't afford diapers. But they're so quick to tell a woman to choose better, but when they see what choosing better looks like, they make fun of it. So you'd rather her have a child with one of these random men and become a single mother than you would judge her for that. They hate women with high standards because they know those women will never pick them. It's like the video that went viral a couple of months ago where the man was like, some of you women are going to have to settle. They want all of us women to have to settle. That's how they get picked. Some of them are only here because their mother settled for their father. They want the best choice for them, but they want to exert the least amount of effort. The tears that she's shedding is because she's realizing that she may not become a mother. She's not crying because she may not become the wife or baby mama to somebody's dusty son.
Yeah, I see we still stuck on this. It's not being able to afford dinner that's the problem. Dinner dates are not good for first dates unless you've already got a chance to get to know each other. Women like this just keep falling victim to the same failed cycle. Dinner should really cap off a date if and when it goes well. And it's not any effort at all to go get a dinner. It's just money. That's not really effort. At least that's not really the energy that goes into what really should be the most important, which is to get to know each other. That's the whole point of a date. Women like this are just hell-bent on guys having to win them over, trying to place themselves above the man instead of being on equal ground. Let's be clear. A quality guy, especially the near perfect guy you want, does not have to chase you.
Dude, I really don't know what it is, but whenever I make eye contact with men, I look at them and I'm like, ew. Like, I get disgusted. Like, why are you so ugly? Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me and then why are you so ugly? Or the other way around.
Ladies, before you ask the question of why don't men approach women anymore, why don't men take the initiative to approach, to go up and talk to women, ask them out on dates, it's because you have videos like this. And this ain't the only video that's out here in the internet like this. Like, you got plenty of other videos of women saying the same thing. Don't even look my way. Oh, ew, why are you even bothering to look my way? Why are you approaching me if you are ugly, if you are unattractive? Men see this kind of stuff, ladies. Okay, they see videos like this, so they're gonna assume, okay, yeah, a lot of women are like this, especially nowadays in 2024. With the rise of social media, shaming tactics. Look, listen, I have whole safety car videos for women, so I understand women's safety. I really do, I get it. And men are creeps, but at the same time, the truth is the truth, and the truth is that a lot of women make it bad for y'all. You know what I mean? To not want to be approached, or for men to not want to approach y'all by saying things like this.
I just saw a video of this man saying, he's like, am I the only guy that will never approach a woman? Like, no matter how beautiful she is, no matter, and whatever, I'll never approach a woman. And he's saying that if a woman really wants you, she'll come up to you. Jesus Christ, I come to you now. I come to you now, Lord, as humbly as I know how, to ask you to please send the flood. Oh God, send the flood now. Send the flood now. It just feels like every time I get on this app and I let myself watch a video where a man is going to be opening his mouth, I end up upset. And it's nobody's fault but mine. It's my fault because I should have watched the video. I knew when the video started, I said, I'm not gonna like what he's about to say. I knew it. And I still sat there and I watched it.
What is going on with the men of this generation? Are you okay? Why did I have a guy the other day telling me, you know what? Sometimes men like to be chased too. Men also like to be chased. Do I look like the police? Do you want me to call the cops on you to feel chased?
Modern women are so empowered for everything else but pleasing a man. Women like this can be equal until it comes down to relationships. It's not about being chased. Look, I've never needed a woman to approach me. I always did the approaching, but I've had my fair share of women approaching me as well. The odds are higher for women that go for it instead of letting guys come to them all the time, especially if they really want guys that they're really attracted to. Otherwise, you're left with whoever's going to come and approach you. It's really just simple math. That type of scenario just doesn't go along with the fantasy a lot of them have being put on the pedestal.
These are the top 3 things that I've learned from dating this year, and I think if you can understand these things, you're going to be less disappointed in your dating life, because I know for me, most of my frustration has come from feeling like my expectations aren't being met, and you can't really have expectations, honestly. Number 1, do not trust a single word that comes out of this man's mouth. You can only trust actions.
And you most definitely can't believe much of what a woman says these days. So I'm with you there.
This one's kind of crazy to me because you would hope that people mean what they say and are reliable, but I don't know. Point number 1 kind of rolls into point number 2, and that is until you have a date, a time, and a location, there is no date. And even once you have all of that set, there still might not be a date, okay? You need to get confirmation, and until they are standing in front of you, you should have backup plans. Number 3 is trust your intuition. I don't know how intuition works. It's crazy. I feel like I almost know immediately if something's gonna happen with someone or not. Every time that I've ignored my intuition and I've just hoped that these guys would prove me wrong, it's always been a disaster. Your body will literally reject someone if they're not good for you. Again, I don't know how it works, but trust your gut.
What actions do women have to do during the dating process? What are women really required to do? Why are all the expectations for men for dating? You want a guy to entertain you, pay for the date, do damn near everything, and you're talking about action. Many women's problem with dating now is that they have to do more than just exist. Guys are over that. You raised your standards, now guys have raised theirs.
This lady was talking about, in this generation, we have created it that women can no longer be wrong. That anything a woman does can be justified and she needs no correction. And sometimes when women hear these things, they get triggered, they get angry, and they're immediately on the defense. But ask yourself this question. When you are dealing with female family members or female friends, do you experience this? Do you experience that you can't correct them without an argument, or they can never apologize for their wrongdoings? What do we really think about this statement?
Yeah, so many automatically assume the man is the problem. So she really got a point there.
For those that don't know, I'm married to a man that's 25 years older than me. He is retired. He already has money. I'm already rich. We're already paid. Anybody who doesn't like my message is probably, you know, not able to provide for a woman, and that's quite all right. I mean, one day you'll make it if you try.
Come on down. You just won your grand prize. Men are supposed to strive to make it all the way there. For what? I mean, to win an entitled woman who just loves being a liability, who won't give a rat's ass about you unless things are perfect. Oh yeah, many guys are putting in work to get to a high level financially, spiritually, and physically. But he's not looking to waste it on a leech or on a useless eater or damaged goods.
But I always stand by my message no matter what. Go for providers, ladies. Go for men that can add to you instead of take from you. Please. Because if you don't, you'll regret it. And they might be in someone's TikTok or YouTube angry and spewing out anger at the world because they are, you know, unable to provide for you. You don't want men like that. They're very feminine. Okay? So what you do want is a provider man that actually has, you know, more integrity and things to do with their lives. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
And no, it's more likely for women like this to get old and then wish they had prioritized having a good man with good character instead of being fixated on immature fantasies of being placed above the relationship. It's a much higher percentage of that. She may have found herself a simp, but messages like this is what's leading a lot of these other women off the cliff. But yes sir, hit the comment section below. Like we always do around this time. Like, share, subscribe. Bang on that like button. Your support is appreciated. This is EK Real Spicy, signing out. And I'm gonna check y'all in the next video. And like that, be easy. Gone.